Shalom. With the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, start out at 1 West 125th Street, all New York City, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. The topic today is black really beautiful. You understand? Like a lot of our people, they like to use the term phrase that black is beautiful, and a lot of our people try to embrace how beautiful black is, but the way that they go about it is all wrong. You understand? Like our women is at the forefront of that, saying black is beautiful.
Right.
But our women, the first people chopping off their hair. You understand? That black and beautiful hair that they supposed to have, they the first ones shaving and cutting off their hair. You understand? They the first one getting another woman's weave in their hair. You understand? Like our people confused. Like this place backwards. Like you think at the time you think you for black people, you think you for being about dark skin and loving black people, but you really not. You understand? You really not. And we're gonna bring it out for you in the scriptures. We're gonna get it for you. We bring out the Bible. Because you sit in the Christian church your whole life and you sit there and you talk about how beautiful black is, but the Christian church, that's something that they never ever push. Never in the Christian church do you ever hear that black is beautiful and that you should love your black skin and you should love your black hair. You understand? Right. Like a lot of people, that's why so many of our people getting heathen wives and heathen and getting heathen men, because they want their kids to have this you know what I'm saying, like this light textured skin with this little like a dash of the little stringy hair in their head. Like our people like that. You understand? Like at this point in 2018, our people want heathen wives and husbands so their children can come out looking halfway white. You understand? Where you think black is beautiful, but you don't really even understand. You understand? Like
that melanin, like that melanated movement, melanin.
Right.
Everybody talking about melanin this, melanin that.
Right.
You know, in reality, those women hate the melanin.
Right.
Because you don't always look at what somebody say, you look at what they do. Right. You see what I'm saying? They talk about melanin, but then they'll see an interracial couple and say, "Oh, that's so beautiful."
Right.
That they're gonna have kids that will be born with only half the melanin that they figure is so beautiful and so great. So what are they really doing though?
Right.
What they really doing is trying to use their melanin to entice, so they can be fetishized by white dudes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what they're using it for.
Right.
They hate it, they goddamn self, because if you sit there and dump a few $1 million on these same goddamn women, the first goddamn thing they'll do is lighten their skin.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And that's so heavy, because our women do sit up and talk about melanin this, and we melanin girls, we girls that got melanin, where even a plant got goddamn melanin. You understand? Like a flower has melanin. You know what I'm saying? Like we sit around and we so lost and backwards. Like if our women, if you love being so black and so dark skinned and love your hair, why come your daughters? Why couldn't you never keep up with your daughter's hair? You understand? You hate your daughter because she got long, beautiful hair, and then you end up destroying it. Now you want to put a perm or relax in your daughter's hair. Now your daughter's hair is destroyed because your hair is destroyed. You understand?
Right. And
that's wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's being thinking black is beautiful. You ain't even going about it the right way. You understand? Like you going about it all backwards. You understand? We're gonna get it out in the scriptures. If I could, I would go to Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. You sit in the Christian church, the whole time you was in the Christian church, you never learned that you never learned that black is beautiful. You never learned that in the Christian church. You understand? That's just something that you use to entice, like Officer Rob said, that's something that you use to entice white men and entice white women, something to make them love you. You understand? Like you try to use that phrase to get love from all these other nations. Well, you don't really like black. You don't really like black skin. You don't like dark skin. Well, in the Bible, it was man in here that was dark skinned. You understand?
Hold it. So like you got a pair of shades. You need a pair of shades.
Yeah.
You got an extra pair? Hook them up. Long shot.
Yeah, you right. You sit inside the Christian church and you think that Christ is a white man. You understand? You think Christ is a white boy with stringy hair, and you sit up there and say black is beautiful. But then at the end of it, you want a white man. You understand? Or at the end of it, you want a white woman so your kids can have this little stringy hair on their head. You understand? So your kids got this light complexion skin. You understand? Like right now it's a battle between like I don't even think this was something ever here before the 2000s. Like it's a battle between light skins and dark skins. Like everywhere you go, it's like a battle between light skin or he light skin or she dark skin. Like I heard brothers and a sister sit up here and say, "Oh, she got height for dark skin." You understand?
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's real. I mean, that was going on back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? At my time too, but they love to refuel things like that. You know what I'm saying? You know that thing. You know is now being refueled.
Right.
You know they're playing the light skin against the dark skin thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you who loves that light skin thing versus dark skin thing more than anybody is light skinned people.
Right.
Because see, light skinned people, especially like if they're mixed, they don't want to be black.
Right.
And they can't be white.
Right.
That's why they call themselves mixed.
Right.
You know.
Right.
They want to be white. They just can't. And they don't want to be black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they playing it, you know, that light skin against dark skin thing, and their mind always shifts more towards white people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could just like with all these little like the basketball players and stuff like that, like white people, they want to see black people play basketball and entertain them, but at the same time they still get a comfort of seeing that he got a lighter complexion. You know what I'm saying? He's not as dark as LeBron James. That's why it's so many light skins being pushed to entertainment now. You know what I'm saying? Just like what like they have battles between Drake and Lil Wayne about who he dark skinned, he light skinned. Like that's all backwards, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not we're not supposed to be a nation of people like that. White men try to conquer and divide us and stuff like that. That's why you had the house Negroes and that's why you had field Negroes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because white men favored the Negro with the lighter complexion.
Right. And it's funny because, you know, I even seen in my time, you know, you'll have, you know, real light skinned women who like nothing but dark skinned dudes, real dark skinned dudes, right? Right. You know, and their reasoning behind it is actually really the damn same as, you know, like the white ones. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a fetishized type of deal because they'll have children with the same man, with the same dark skinned man, and you know what they'll call those children? They'll call those children mixed also. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Regardless of whether they came out dark or light, the only time they'll call them black is when something happened at school. You know what I'm saying? One of them, some old racist stuff happened in school. Then they'll say it's because my child is black. You know what I'm saying? They'll say it then. Right. But when everything's going well, you know, that child is mixed. Right. Because his mama's mixed. He's mixed. Even though dad, you know what I'm saying, black as Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Right. Right. And a perfect example of that is that show Blackish. Like that show Blackish, that's like it's like a show with a black man and the woman in the show, she actually a heathen, you understand? But they try to portray it to be a black woman. Right. And it's like a mix of a family that's in a mix of America trying to figure out if they want to be halfway white, if they want to be like a family that's full of a light complexion family that can pass by to be mixed, or they want to be black. That's why the show called Blackish. You know right. White man put that on television so you can sit there and watch it and want to be like that. You understand? So you can compare your family and your life to something being like that. Well, that's not in the Bible. You understand? Mix is not even in the scriptures. Right. No such thing. There's no such thing as mixed at all. You would say, well, you know, when you out, you know what your mother is. They love to say that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you know you do the paternity test and it goes 99.99 in favor of the father. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, regardless of what the child even come out looking like. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, that's 90. That's a large percentage. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 50-50 a damn thing in that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's straight up. That's damn near. That means less than 1%. Is in favor of the mother. Right. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Hey, Sloppy Word, is this too bad right here?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Sorry. Cool.
That's less than 1% is in favor of the mother, even if the child can come out looking like the mother. Right. That's still the father, you know what I'm saying? That's still his spirit, you know what I'm saying? Right. Right. And before I hit the scriptures, like another Baptist thing is that you see white people sit around and go to tanning booths all goddamn day trying to get their skin to get a little darker complexion. Right. Like you sit up here and you love that light skin that he got. You understand? Right. And he's sitting up there hating it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He hating that you got that nice complexion on your skin, that nice brown tan, and he go to every tanning booth around the goddamn city, sitting in the tanning booth, burning himself up, trying to look like
a
you.
lobster. You know what I'm saying? He said like Lenny the lobster and shit, trying to get a damn tan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. He sitting there, he had all in every tanning booth, you know what I'm saying, trying to get your complexion. While you sitting up here, you having a battle between light skins and dark skins. You understand?
Right. And that's a battle that, you know, black people, a lot of black people want to have that battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to have that because they don't want, you know what I'm saying, the concept of black unity. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They want to show which side they're playing on because really they want to be white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, like any bastard child, you know what I'm saying? A child is looked at as a bastard is going to try and prove himself to the father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To try and do everything he can to prove himself to the father because he's not an heir.
Right.
So he's gonna try and work on, you know, on merit.
Right.
Well, that's what, you know, light-skinned black people do, you know what I'm saying, with white people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And we end up mixing with them so much that you can't even tell some people are Israelites. Just like with Blake Griffin.
Right.
You understand? He is a Haitian. You know what I'm saying? He from trying to believe that. But hey, Blake Griffin, you want to be able to tell it. You go look at Blake Griffin's son, you think that's a white boy. You
right.
But Blake Griffin's father is a Haitian. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, Blake Griffin's son is Haitian as well. But if I pull up an image of Blake Griffin's son, he like a full-out devil. You understand? But he's a Haitian from the tribe of Levi.
Right.
And that's what happened when we mix with other nations. You understand? That's why the Lord laid out laws and told us who we supposed to be with and who we not supposed to be with.
Right. And I've seen among fake Israelites, they got it real bad too. Right. And fake Israelite groups. Right. Because they, you know, they don't mind. They like the seed to be Israel. Right. But the image to be something else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Seed to be Israel, the image to be Bruce damn Lee or something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Seed to be Israel, but the image to be some Arab looking, you know what I'm saying? Right. Right. They like that just so they can say that it's an Israelite, but you know, they'll sit there and get, you know, with a woman that looks just like a damn white woman, like a Mariah Carey type, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's their way of really saying, you know, I really want the white woman, but you know what I'm saying? Well, I have to have an Israelite though, so I just get an Israelite that just look like a white woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Man, that's bestiality, man. You sit up here, you loving something that look like the enemy. Let me clear it up right quick. I mean, if that's, you know, if this woman is, you know, if she look like that and she done proved herself to be virtuous and righteous and everything, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be, and then loving, you know what I'm saying, her race, you know what I'm saying, and not her image, you know what I'm saying? Right. Now that could be something to be working with. Right. You see what I'm saying? You can work with that, you know what I'm saying? Right. She might, you know what I'm saying, he might end up, you know, ripping this woman up. But for a person to specifically go for something like that, you gotta question their whole motives. You see what I'm saying? Right. And this don't just apply to the tribe of Judah. You understand? Because there's some Israelites out there. It's all the tribes. Yeah, it's in all the tribes. Heavy. It's some Israelites that sit up there when they try to pass as being Asian or something. You understand? Like when I went to school, it was some Israelites that they was hanging with Asians and stuff. I didn't even know they was Israelites until they told me. They sit up there trying to look Asian, trying to get their eyes to look slant. Right. You understand? Like they try to sit up here and blend in with every other nation to be accepted and just the society. Yeah, that's true. They do that too. And that's why we're so easily infiltrated by everybody also. Right. It's so easy. They use our genetic kindred against us. Right. Our genetic kindred with them because a lot of them are, you know, have the Moabite, you know what I'm saying? Right. And Ammonite, you know, genes in them. A lot of them do. You know, a large portion of them do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hell, down in South America, a place like Peru, you know what I'm saying? You swear they look like Moab. Right. Look just like Moabites. Right. You know what I'm saying? But those be Israelites. Exactly. Right. And then that's what the white man wants you to do because when you sit up there and you trying to make some type of way to form back with your people and you sitting around and you gotta ask everybody
Are you where you from? You know what I'm saying?
What was
tribe
your
you
father?
from?
Yeah, all of that. You gotta keep doing. We didn't have to do that back in the day.
Right.
Until we start blending with heathen nations, then that's when we had that we had that problem. Because at one time the Issacharites was black. And here's the funny, you know what else trips me out about that whole dynamic right there?
Please.
All right. Now, you have, Israelites that say, well, you put it like we've always been like that. We always look, all different. We haven't always looked all different because the ones that take on that mindset also, they'll see, like, say, for instance, the Afro-Mexicans, the one that still look black and make it like, okay, that's got to be Judah.
Right.
No, that's Issachar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then they're like, oh, we can see, and they by default, you know what? They start to hate them.
Right.
Because it reminds them of what they started out as.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They want to really erase them for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to really erase them.
Right. We could pull the scripture if I could. We're going to fix the microphone. Right. Slack. Name 7.
Yeah, 7 and 9.
Come on, good. Right, and we about to go right into the scriptures, and nowhere in the scriptures do I ever see prophets of the Lord sitting up here trying to be light skinned, talking about light skin versus dark skins. That's not in the. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that's in the scriptures that the Lord won't.
We didn't have that problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell, in ancient Egypt, all of us was running around black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We was all looking, the same.
Right.
And this whole thing of everybody becoming, light and all of these different, that stuff only came about within the past 200 or so years. As a matter of fact, you can look at the documentary of Fidel Castro. Right. Even in the 50s, in that documentary, you see niggas out there kicking it, chilling on the porch, right? And all of these niggas was black as an ace of spades. That wasn't Judah. You know what I'm saying? That was Manasseh.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But what happened in Cuba was you had all of the Italians,
right?
All of them the Edomites down there, and the Edomite women, lusting after the black dudes down there.
Right.
That's how everybody end up like mixed. Look down there, everybody would come out looking mixed.
Right. And sit up here and hate Ice Cube.
Right.
You understand? Because
Ice Cube's a Manasseh.
Right.
Right.
And they sit up here and they hate Ice Cube because of the way he look, and he'll say he's a Manasseh. He say he's Cuban, and they sit up here and despise him and tell him that he can't be Cuban.
Right. Right. That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. Just like what they do with black Gadites.
Right.
They do the same shit.
Right.
And we didn't do that in the past.
Come on, God.
You see what I'm saying? We did. That's something that this empire right here even has a tighter grip upon us than what ancient Egypt even had.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because nobody played that dynamic didn't even exist inside ancient Egypt. Right. We still was able to keep our culture. You know what I'm saying? We still knew who we were. You know what I'm saying? We still, knew all of that even in ancient Egypt, right?
Right.
And this empire is the one that we done totally damn lost it and totally done mixed up with every damn body to where now it's confusion. The Lord said he will provoke us to confusion of faces.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Confusion of faces is the reason why you see the brother and you like squint your eye trying to wonder what the hell he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When that wasn't so in time past.
Right.
If it was a little bit like during the time of Nehemiah, you had a little of that going on, but it wasn't because of image though.
Right.
It was because, you had brothers that took the wives of Ashdod, you know what I'm saying? And Ashdod being, some of them had, Hebrew women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you try to sit up here and join yourself together with all these other nations trying to look like them, try to sit up here and look like Esau. When a white man's still not gonna accept you, you understand? Right. Like the white man that's sitting up here that know that you a nigga and you trying to look like him, no white man is not gonna accept you. You understand?
Right.
And you can try to mix your children all goddamn day that you want. You know what I'm saying? All it's gonna do is destroy they skin. You understand? And now they got skin problems and all type of hair problems because you sit up here and you try to mix with all of these little devil women. You understand? And that's why we're gonna get it for you in the scriptures.
Right.
Come on, if I could.
Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow.
See, this Daniel right here, you understand? And Daniel had a special gift from the Lord. You understand? The Lord was saying Daniel dreams, visions in his dream. You understand? And Daniel was given interpretation, the vision of the Lord and what he looked like on his throne. Keep going if you could.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
He said the hair on his head was like the pure wool. You understand? And I wouldn't sit around here and talk about black is beautiful, but they the first people chopping their goddamn hair off their head.
Right.
You understand? And that's the first. And when they do that, they didn't finna turn into a lesbian.
Right.
They didn't turn to a
and you know what? And that you know what? And that's what the type of thing that makes us a mockery to all the other nations. You know what I'm saying? You up there trying to have pride about yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then first thing that happens is your woman go get a damn weave.
Right.
Or go dye her blonde.
Right.
In total contrast to what it is that you're supposed to be standing for.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? God damn, And so what does that make you look like? That make you look like a damn joke.
Right.
They see you and they like, and you talking this black stuff, and they look to see your wife.
Right.
And she running around with blonde goddamn hair and some crazy looking blue contacts in her goddamn eyes.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can look at you and tell your house ain't in order.
Right. Right. And that's the first thing, especially if you got a light complexion, that's the first thing she tried to go do is get some goddamn blonde weave, slap some blue contacts in her eyes, and take on a different nationality.
Right.
And try to carry herself in a way in which people could think that she's a heathen. You understand? Because she want that attention from other men out there that love heathen and love a woman with heathen looks. She love that attention from them type of men. Like when she knows she got that blonde hair in her head, she know what type of man she attracted. You understand?
Right.
She wants the type of man that's attracted to white women, somewhat attracted to white women. That's
right.
why we should not be attracted to that blonde hair, to that stringy blonde hair that your woman trying to put on her head. We should not be attracted to that.
Right.
God, yeah, and we shouldn't be a people that should be attracted to a woman with stringy hair, blue eyes, and light complexion, very light complexion skin, where you can't even tell if she's a goddamn heathen or not. You understand? I mean, that's why that's halfway destroying. That's not even halfway. That's destroying your nation as a whole. You understand? You destroying your goddamn kids when you doing that. You understand? Like, people can't even tell where your kids from. That's the white man love to push that on us. That light skin, dark skin war that our people trying to fight each other. The white man loves to push that. Now that's everywhere, man. You going to every school. It's a battle between light skins and dark skins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people getting into fights and arguments over just because his skin light and his skin dark.
And think about it, with that type of war, we didn't war like that. In the scriptures, you don't see no instances of us doing that. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, we doing that because we are up under a people that's the total opposite in looks to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And your good looks or whatever is supposed to be based on their standard.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And just like, it's even like that even among white people. Because you have Italian white women that run around, with blonde hair. Right. When the Jewish woman tried that, the Jewish man rose up and was like, hell no, y'all ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't see Jewish women running around with their hair dyed blonde. Right. And if you do see one, she's like one of them rogue Jewish, you know what I'm saying? Right. She's not even attached to the Jewish community like that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They didn't let their women do that. They push that confusion on everybody else. Right. If you pushing confusion, you the author of confusion, you can't be confused yourself. Right. The whole object of that game is what's going on, while they don't. Exactly. And that's a heavy point. That's a heavy point. And our people, man, why people so lost right now? Because our people we know that it's out here that women trying to look like white women, and it's too many black men that's taking part of
letting our women sit out there and put all that weave in her hair and chop her own hair off. You understand? The Lord sitting up here saying, the Lord hair was like wool. You understand? Like with wool, when you go touch wool hair, what that feel like? It feel like your hair. You understand?
Right.
But you hate your hair. Now you getting relaxers, they getting perms, burning your goddamn scalp.
Yeah, right.
You understand? And it's all type of chemical. They don't tell them what's in perms. All type of chemicals.
Man, it's all I mean, the stuff that these other nations be selling to us.
Right.
This dumb silly sister said to me one time, she said, well, the Koreans know more about our hair than we do. Then why aren't they fixing it? Why do you go to them to buy weed, but then you can take it to a black woman to get it done?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to them to get your goddamn hair braided. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to them, and every damn thing that they have hurts your hair.
Right.
It hurts your nails.
Mm-hmm.
They got masks on, chemical masks on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can just imagine what they're putting on you.
Right.
If they need chemical, man, they don't even give your black ass one.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can pass out that damn chair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they make sure they got those masks on. They in full damn doctor suits while they working on you.
Right.
Because they don't want whatever their chemical that they're putting on you to be on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's heavy because I got like my sisters, I got about 4 or 5 sisters. And they skin, I got sisters that's dark skinned and I got sisters that's light skinned. And my sister that's dark skinned, she sit up there and get like Officer Rob saying, she go in there and get all that mask and stuff on the face. She said she going there to try to help turn her skin a lighter complexion. You understand? Like she trying to get all the masks, all the little green masks and all the stuff they be putting on their face. She trying to do that to lighten her complexion on her skin.
And here's the funny thing about it though. Now say she's successful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She put that mask on her face and it lightens the skin on her face, but every goddamn thing else is dark.
Right.
She went around with a light pie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She run around looking like Jason Voorhees, white face, you know what I'm saying? She was like Michael Myers.
Right. Right.
Everything else looking black, you know what I'm saying? Everything else looking like Serena Williams. You know what I'm saying? But her face.
Right. And that's something that you should make fun of. You should you should express your dislike in our women looking like white women. Mm. You should totally express that. Once you express that you hate that stringy hair. Like you should, when your woman got a bad problem of wanting that blonde stringy weave in her head, just sit around one day, just act like you're on the phone, just talk on the phone with a brother, be like, man, I hate that stringy blonde. Yeah, I just can't stand that. That's right there. That turned me off. I hate that. You understand? Your woman listen. She listens to everybody else you saying. You know what I'm saying? Express that you hate that. And I promise, man, your women, all the women that's getting all that hair and all that stringy hair in their head, they're gonna stop because they see that you have no likeness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the women that still want to do it, then well shit, let them go do it. Let them go be the white man then.
This is true.
Okay. We go to Revelations chapter 1, verse 13. You should show your dislike in that. You understand? Like you think Christ and all the brother priests and prophets in the Bible, they weren't sitting up here talking about Judah, we a dark skinned nation, but we do got some light skins. Like your family like to push that on you. Like our people come in all shades and all colors. And that's why it's such a big issue when we say Christ was a black man and we bring that out and they try to say we came in all colors. It don't matter what color Christ is. And then that's when you see when your grandma finally get the Caesar Borgia house, she tried to get a Arab looking Christ in her house. You understand? Like
Ethiopian looking. You know what I'm saying? You still have the features of the white Jesus. He just got a tan and a perm. You know, he got a Cat Williams now. You know what I'm saying? he got a tan and a Cat Williams.
Right. Yeah, your grandma got that in her house now because your grandma hate the dark skin. You understand?
Right.
Like your grandma hates it, just like all the rest of your family. They hate dark skin. Like I got in my family, it's a ton of light skinned people in my family, but Like my father, I got from my father's side, I'm fairly dark. You understand? And the light skinned part of my family, like they then hate dark skins. You understand? Like
Right.
every time you come around them, they got something to say about you.
I noticed that too. I noticed that in families like that, because you got whole families that are like that.
Right.
Whole light skinned families
Mhm.
that are like that hate dark skin, dark skinned people. They'll take the lighter children, the ones that's darker, they don't want it. That's the same thing that white people do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they got like a daughter, she got mixed kids, you know what I'm saying? They'll take on the one that's lighter.
Right.
And then they'll bring him to his house, because they'll separate the two brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One is darker, one is lighter, one looks more black. They'll take the other one, the one that looks more like them, treat him with preferential treatment while mistreating the other one. And that what does that do? That sets into him, that leaves an effect on those kids.
Right.
A devastating effect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we're good. Going to Revelations and
Revelation
1 and 13.
1 and 13. Got it.
Yeah. SHALAM.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Now this is the revelation of Christ. You understand? Now this is something that you break down to your grandma and everybody else in your family, and they hate it because what we about to bring out. You going Baba Kasha?
Right. And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Like wool. You understand? Like the priest and prophet, Christ had woolly hair, man. Like the Jesus that you sit up in church, not my Jesus. Not my Jesus. My Jesus he can hide that. You understand? Your Jesus, the Jesus that's in his Bible, in the King James Bible, had woolly hair. You understand? And our people want to sit up here and talk about black is beautiful. So why do you hate your hair so much? And Christ had the same hair as you.
Right.
You understand? Like the man that you sit about and you try to talk about all goddamn day, Christ and Jesus this and Christ this, Christ that. And they said the revelation of Christ, he had woolly hair.
Right.
Like, that's the type of hair that you hate. That's the type of hair that you hate. So if you saw Christ, you
that's
hate
Christ. Nappy. That's nappy.
Right. Right.
They'll have people that, fix the hair always permanent, and the one that's fixing the hair is bald on the sides.
Right.
That really messes me out right there, because she don't want to grow her own natural goddamn hair. Her hair, she fixing everybody else's hair, making it look nice and everything, and her stuff, but her edges is burnt the hell out. You know what I'm saying? She's bald all the way around here.
Right. And like that's the point, because you sit up here, you get all the weave in your head. Eventually, that all that putting that weave in, trying to get the weave together and pull it and grease that hair not made to go on your head. That's why when you braid that, you go bald around here. All your edges be gone. You understand? All this be gone. Black women they be having their hair, all the edges be gone.
Right.
You understand? Like all this is just gone.
They be fried, roasted, but you can't tell them nothing though.
Right.
And you sat there and tell the same sister, hey, sister, grow your own hair out. She'll argue with you.
Right.
But it's funny because, but they'll take a compliment from a white person though. You know what I'm saying? A white person talk about, then they'll be motivated to grow their hair out of one compliment from a white.
Right, exactly.
You've been grilling her for months, so to grow your own damn hair. You and her arguing over whether she should buy a goddamn weave or not.
Right.
You trying to have her to grow her own damn hair, because it don't make sense. If your hair, you already got tender sprouts on your damn head.
Right.
And then you got, you think about it, you got the weight of the weave on your hair that ain't even that goddamn strong. So what is it doing to it?
Right.
It's pulling it out and pulling and pulling and pulling. That's why you run around like Fire Marshal Bill. You know what I'm saying? Having goddamn, hair's done, gone out. You look like somebody that just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That just survived a fire.
Right. And that's a heavy point. Like also Ross said, you get one compliment from a devil and you want to grow your hair. But if I bring out that Christ had woolly hair, like we just read, Christ had woolly hair. But you still won't want to grow your hair out like that. But a white person saying, "Oh, let me touch your hair," you sit down like a goddamn dog.
Right, let them pet you on your goddamn head. You know what I'm saying?
Right, pull through your hair. You know what I'm saying? Go all through your scalp. From on your head like a goddamn pet, because that's all you are.
Right.
You a pet when you just sit there and you like only white people. You only take white people compliments, let them touch your head. You office pet now. You know what I'm saying? You the office dog. That's what you become. You understand?
Right.
You just become a dog that they get to pet. You understand? When they just want to pet and feel the hell.
Right. And say all the different type of nigga jokes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they won't, because they know you're gonna sit there and just eat it up, suck it up, and they trying to they destroying your whole spirit.
Right.
In friendship.
Right. And they sitting there talking about you, like you said, making nigger jokes, and you sitting there every time you get off work, you're trying to go find a way to make your skin lighter. You know what I'm saying? You as soon as they talked about you so much, that's then what it is. They sit up there and talk about the black woman so much on her goddamn office job that she trying to turn herself white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She trying to get everything, all the mascara. She got all the makeup to make herself. She take the makeup off. She dark as hell underneath the makeup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She put the makeup on. She look light, bright as hell.
Right.
You understand? As soon as she white, as soon as it rain, a raindrop touch a motherfucking face, touch her face. Now you see how dark she is.
Right.
You understand? Because you hate your complexion. You understand? If you could, keep going about the track.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Let's explain the white head, Warren.
Okay, the white head it's talking about the color of his hair. You understand? The wool is the texture, the white is the color. You understand? Like Christ. So
if I will, right quick, John, you have to look into that. You have to see how John is seeing him.
Right.
Because the light that radiated from Christ, you know what I'm saying? Because he's in his angelic form. He can't, by looking at his face right there, he can't see his pigment yet. You see what I'm saying? All he sees is the white, the outline of his hair, you know what I'm saying? You know, be solid white. That's why he said his head and his hairs. But the time when he actually is able to see his skin color was when he looked at his feet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's heavy right there. That's heavy. Because if we talking about Christ right here, you understand? Like we talking about the man that y'all try to sit about and talk about every day in the church. And we telling you how dark skin, we about to bring out how dark he is. You understand? But we telling you what his hair look like and what he look like, and you sit up there and you hate it. You understand? So we keep going, Baba Kashai, so I can pull it.
It's white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right.
And his feet,
right,
like unto fine brass.
Yeah, his feet was like unto fine brass. Now, what everybody you know what color brass is? You understand? Like when you're in the Olympics, it's gold, silver, and it's bronze. You know what I'm saying? It's brass. That's brown. You understand? Right. You understand? That's that color. It's the color of opinion.
Bronze is actually is heated up brass because in order to make something out of it, you got to put it in a furnace. It has to be melted, just like you know gold. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like any metal, got to be put up under that extreme heat. But what happens with brass gets dark when it's up under extreme heat like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. It gets dark, and then people form things out of it. You know what I'm saying? The more the articulate you want your form to be, the hotter you make the brass. You know what I'm saying? The hotter you make it, by result, the darker it gets.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
And notice that it don't say crispy golden biscuit brown.
No, because they say bronze is like the color of Arabs and stuff like that. But then if that's the damn case, why the hell they call Deontay Wilder the bronze bomber then? Right. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Why they call him that? Damn. You know what I'm saying? He black in the Ace of Spades. He's called the bronze bomber. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Damn. He was the color of Christ. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Damn, that's heavy. They sit up here and they try to contradict what we teaching, but at the same time, you can't have it. That's why it's coming out. That's why they call him the bronze bomber. Why you trying to contradict and find a way to prove us wrong? And in the midst of it, you got people sitting up here calling Deontay Wilder the brass bomber. Right.
And bronze, what is bronze? It's burned brass. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what bronze is. Burned, melted brass and formed into something. That's why it said, and his feet like a defined brass, because what is he able to see? Because all the light that was radiating from his body, especially his head and things like that, he really couldn't see his features like that. You know what I'm saying? But until he got to his extremities, right? You know what I'm saying? Then he could, where the light radiated less, then he could see the human form of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the human form was that of a black man.
Right, a black man. You understand? The man that you sit up here and we have a battle between light skins and dark skins. You understand? Like you try to sit up here and it's even come to the down point. Like everybody, they say they love light skinned babies. You know what I'm saying? You don't even like dark skinned babies. You understand? But if Christ was dark right here, I mean Christ was a dark skinned baby.
Right, and that's the reason why we gotta separate.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that hatred goes into our children from the time that they look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It goes right into them, so then we wonder why they psychologically all messed up when they get older. And look how much you gotta undo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, people that try and put some type of self-esteem in black dark-skinned children, especially dark-skinned girls. Good night.
Oh my God.
Dark-skinned girls, you know what I'm saying? Some dark-skinned girls are even damn near undateable.
Right.
You're a dark-skinned man and you love dark-skinned girls. You know, I heard one sister say one time we cancel each other out.
Damn.
Ain't that something? You know what I'm saying? Ain't that something? So that we cancel each other out.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, he got some psychological.
And that's only with us though.
Right.
Only with dark-skinned black people. Do you see a man because two light-skinned people will get together all the time.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? And their families will even urge them to be, and it's a lot of these people that claim to be in the truth, that claim to be, you know what I'm saying, that are in these fake Israelite groups and all of that. They are what they're claiming the Lord. They'll go out there on the corner and be talking about the image of Christ, but yet they think like that too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
Right. That's so heavy because they sit up here, they try to pull this scripture that we got out here right now, and then they go turn around and lust after that light complexion. You understand? They go lust after that white skin that the white woman got.
Right.
You understand? Like that, you can't bring out this scripture right here and then turn around and go lust after a white woman.
Right.
You understand? You can't sit around here, bring out the wool year of Christ and then go lust after blonde, stringy hair.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to do it. That same thing with women too. Like you ain't gonna be able to go just loving a white man. You understand?
Right.
You can't sit up here and try to say that you know Christ is a black man. Why do you love white men so much?
Right. And one shining example of this is one particular fake Israelite group, PMS.
Right.
That group of PMS. Oh man, I don't see that characteristic in that group. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that heavy inside. You know, with as far as with them, because I used to watch their when they used to be out there on the street and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's up there trying to convince the white woman that she want a black man. You want a black man, don't you? You want a black man. What the fuck does that got to do with your job and stuff that you supposed to be doing out there on that goddamn corner?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, this nigga said they're trying to, convince the white woman that she want his dusty ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's that. If I could keep going, Baba Shah.
And his voice as the sound of many waters. And that's one of the reasons why they don't want black men speaking with authority. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want black men speaking with, having a deep voice or having a loud voice. They can't stand that. It don't even matter the deepness of the voice. It's just your voice, period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the potential authority that it has.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's what they don't like. That's why when you go into Deuteronomy 33, when Moses gave was blessing the tribes and everything, he said, Lord, hear the voice of Judah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, oh my God, that's a heavy point, dude. You can walk around. You're a black man, you can walk around, you ain't even gotta say nothing. You understand? They look at you. As soon as you speak over your mouth, People hate it. They feel some type of way. It's because your voice is made to put stuff in to have authority behind it.
Right.
And put stuff in order.
Right. That's why the first thing a person come up against you is that black woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Her being the goddamn female, being the female counterpart, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She come up, running her mouth to shut you up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you talk with authority or any of that on the job, and that's why they putting so many black women in these higher positions, so that you have to go to them, and so that they can emasculate you up under them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's why you can't be in a Christian church and have a deep voice.
Right.
I'm saying you're gonna have to do something about. You go to a Christian church and try to have a masculine voice and talk masculine. You ain't gonna be able to survive in there.
Right. They're gonna act like they're gonna try to make it like you being violent.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? like you better go and beat everybody up and everything just because you talking like a man.
Right.
It's a precept to that I'd like to go to.
Okay.
Dang, could you look it up right quick?
Okay, good.
When Christ said, "I am He,"
Kind of good.
that's a hell of a precept for that. You know, this is the reason why they're afraid of black men. I think it's John chapter 8.
You said you think it's what?
I think it's in
John
John.
18:6, something like that.
What does it say?
18:6. I'm about to double check though. Yeah, John 8.
It said,
And
"I am
24.
He." 8 and 24. Okay. Well, you might be right on that one. No,
No, 8:24.
no, not 8:24. You type in, try and Google it though.
John 18 and so I'm about to Google.
Yeah, Google always faster, always better.
What you say? As soon as he said unto them, I am he that went backwards. And
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's John 18:6.
John 18 and 6. Okay.
Right, and that's we put all the scriptures that people that hate dark skin men. We put all the scriptures about how the prophets and stuff spoke like dark skinned men, like everything associated with dark skinned men. That loud masculine voice,
Right.
that dark skinned man got, that black man got, everything that you hate that's associated with them. That's things that the prophet said. That's things that Christ
Yeah,
said.
you can't let nobody, because the world will want to take that from you. They're gonna try and take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world, your woman, you know what I'm saying? Weak black men, you know what I'm saying? White people, the whole world is gonna be, there to try and take that from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To make you non-effective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the only thing that the world want to do with dark skinned men is make them a sex symbol.
Right,
Like
right.
they want to make you. They want to grease your face and your body up to make you like
a slave, auction block, ready for auction block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sex
Oiled
slave.
up, buck.
Right, a toy. You understand? Something that she can just have sex with, and then just tell you to shut up. You understand?
Right.
Like you can't talk.
Right.
She just wants you to lay the pipe down in the house, and then just want you to shut the hell up.
Right. Yeah, she don't mind you talking, with the authority inside the bedroom.
Right.
But outside the bedroom
Right.
is where she don't want the authority at.
Right.
But that's where you gotta have it in both.
Damn.
You can't just have it in one.
Damn, that's a good ass. It's like that's a good point because it's a song with this black dude. His name Wale. He dark skinned. It's a dark skinned black dude named Wale, and it's a song. It's a girl in the song with him. She's talking about how she can be good with him in bed, but outside of bed, she a horrible person to him. Like that.
Right.
Like that song ain't something that just made up. That's real life.
Right.
That's real life.
She like that authority when it comes to sexually pleasing her.
Right. That's real life.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She like it that way.
Right.
She'll do whatever nigga say inside that bedroom.
Right.
He tell her to do this, and do that. She won't argue. You know what I'm saying? She won't argue at all. You know what I'm saying? He tell her to bark like a dog in the bed, she'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever he say, you know what I'm saying? She'll do it inside that bedroom. But outside that bedroom, you know what I'm saying? All the authority is gone. If she want to be able to play games with the authority, she give it to you there and then take it away.
Right.
And you can't let a woman give you authority. You can't let nobody give you authority.
Right.
You got to take it.
Take it.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
The only one that gives authority is the Most High.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Most High Christ give authority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And also the rank system in the ISUPK, your woman don't have the ability to give you the authority. You got to take the damn authority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a war. You got to fight the demons that's on her and
Right.
subdue her. You know what I'm saying? If she's not married to those demons, if she's not married to them, then she will start to do what you tell her to do. And that spirit will start to be suppressed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Suppressed and oppressed. You know what I'm saying? you know. And a woman, it's funny because also too, you know, you got sisters out here that authoritative black man, he's oppressive, and he's not oppressing her, he's oppressing those demons.
Right.
But she thinks it's oppressing her,
right,
because she's married to them.
That's
She's at one flesh with those demons, you know what I'm saying? And that'd be the type of woman that'll bounce.
right,
I was being so oppressed in the relationship, and she'll leave.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because she's married to them, not you.
Right, and if I could, even if a man that with a certain sense of masculinity, he ain't even in the truth, but he get a certain sense that he knows something wrong right here. You understand? Like, even though he not even in the truth, he halfway, you know what I'm saying? He halfway for to find himself way into the truth. He's sitting up here was trying to have some masculinity, and he know it's something wrong right here in this marriage. Like, it's something, you know what I'm saying? He know, even though he don't even know about demons, he know it's something that's wrong with his wife.
Right.
And he just don't, it's something wrong with him having his masculinity. And then once he comes out the truth, he gonna see that everything that was wrong with all the demons that she was married to.
Right.
And because he was trying to keep his masculinity, he was hated.
Right.
And talked about.
Right. That's how it is. By her, the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of that, because they got their men subdued. The rest of her family members got their men subdued. All they know how to do is sit back and watch Sunday night football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only freedom that they actually have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man cave.
Girl, they can't have no other woman. You know what I'm saying? They can't have another wife.
Right.
That's why they run out, sneaking out to try and have sex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To try and, unbottle what's left of their masculinity and, and throw down on some broad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only damn time they get to feel like a man is if they sneak and do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. Yeah, let's go into the scripture. Okay.
John 18:6.
Right.
Okay, John chapter 18 and verse 6. As soon then as he said unto them.
Well, take it up a bit, because I want people to know what's going on. Yeah,
okay.
I want people to know what's going on. When they came for it, go all the way up to the point where they came to arrest him.
So you spoken to the word of God. Restored right. It might be in this.
When he said, I am he, that's it right there.
You want to go?
Yeah, but I wanted to go up.
So verse 1?
We'll go to verse 2.
Okay. John chapter 18 and verse 2. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place, for Jesus oftentimes resorted there with his disciples.
So Judas knew the place, the secret place where Christ went to go kick it with the disciples at, right? Mm-hmm. And what did he do? He brought the feds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Judas then, having received a band of men and officers.
They gave him an army of men.
Right.
See this? Watch out for your Christian pastors.
Right.
Watch out for your Christian pastors, I'm telling you. I would not be surprised if they start giving authority to these Christian pastors to have bands of men, police and stuff like that up under them.
Damn.
To start coming and locking niggas up and stuff like that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That they will be giving power and to the you know what I'm saying, to the Christian pastors to do that, to have little bands of men, armies up under them. Think about it. The ones that they trust, that they really trust, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they know that they hate black people. They already know that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only thing, they just don't have military power to do nothing to black people, right?
Right.
That's the only power that the Christian pastor is actually missing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He get that,
right? And
that nigga's gonna turn to the exorcist,
right?
Dead serious. That nigga's head might just start spinning around. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's head might just start spinning around, tongue get real goddamn long and start flashing. You know what I'm saying? He get that, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see him as a devil's servant. You know what I'm saying? He's going to turn to a straight demon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Good. From the chief priests and Pharisees, coming thereof with lanterns and torches and weapons.
So Judas, this Christian pastor,
Right.
was able to get a band of the chief priests people to roll with him under his authority and command.
Damn.
Look at that.
Damn.
And who is he coming for?
Right.
He's coming for that band of strong black men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. Judas therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him.
Jesus therefore.
Verse 4. Jesus therefore, knowing that all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seeketh ye?
He said, whom seek ye? Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said unto them, I am he.
Now think about it. Now, Jesus with the band of men. Jesus comes to the front. You know what I'm saying? Of everybody. Right? Just like a strong leader is supposed to do. He came to the front of everybody, right? And, you know, make sure that he protected the sheep. You ain't coming to get nothing here. You know what I'm saying? Who you looking for? Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go ahead. Read that part again.
Okay. Verse 4. Jesus said, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said to them, who seeketh ye?
Whom seek ye? Go ahead.
Verse 5. They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said unto them, I am he.
Watch what he said. Watch what happened. Go ahead.
And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. Verse 6. As soon then as he said unto them, I am he, they went backwards and fell into the ground.
They did what?
They went backward and fell into the ground.
They went backwards and fell to the ground. Now you want to know why they so afraid of black people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to know why they're so afraid of black men now?
Right.
Specifically, especially the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My goodness. You see what I'm saying? This is the reason why.
Damn right.
When we speak with an authoritative voice and things like that, and we, you know what I'm saying, stand strong and all of that, it reminds them of Christ.
Right.
And it scares the shit out of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
And they fell into the ground.
They went backwards and fell to the ground. And these were a band of men, no telling how many men it was, with weapons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And outnumbered, these were seasoned warriors. And,
right.
you know, the chief priest servants. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 7. Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he.
Yeah. Said, I told you that I am he.
Right.
Go ahead.
Therefore, ye seek me. Let these things go their way.
Take your time.
So,
did they fall backwards twice?
I don't see it. I don't see it fell backwards again.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's another one that mentions that it fell backwards twice. Go ahead.
If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way.
He also, what Christ also did, because they had weapons and all of that with them. Christ came forward with no weapons, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And said, I am he. And then when they all went and fell backwards, he was showing them who really had the power here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who really had the authority here. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even though he ain't have nothing in his hand at all. No weapons, no nothing. Neither was the servants armed, you know, and coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They might have been armed, but they wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like coming up or nothing. They was, you know, behind Christ. He ain't never give no order like that for them to come up and do anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. That they saying might be fulfilled, which he spake. Of them which thou goest, mayhap I lost none.
Right. See this? That's the type of authority that Christ had. Now let's get back on where you was at. Yeah, well, pull another. Go ahead and do another scripture.
Okay, okay. Right, and that's if I could, that's why they be trying to the white man be trying to push and promote feminists with lighter complexion men. They try to make all the men homosexuals, and they try to make all the lighter complexion men. They try to make them soft and creamy. You understand? Like this is exactly why
they want to do that to black men. Period.
Right.
That dark skinned man, they want him to be the same way.
Right.
They want him to be looked at as the bedtime beast, and you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
While they'll have the light-skinned man as the image of what will be pleasing to their parents, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's pleasing to their parents was, this and that, when they have a dark-skinned man, he's the reproachful thing that's done in secret in the dark, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And which is the same mindset of the white woman.
Right.
Because that's what a lot of, sisters have. They have the mind of the white woman in them.
Right.
They're too busy trying to serve the white man and spend their whole lives trying to be pleasing to him.
Right. That's why every time black man try to go get a job, they try to he try to take the attention off everything about the fact of him being a dark skinned man. Right. Because you they can't even be a dark skinned man, especially with a deep voice. You ain't even finna get a job. Right. You know what I'm saying? They take you to the interview, they see you dark as hell, and then they see how masculine you talk. You not even finna get the job. Right. They like this man right here. Like he, right. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to get a slavery just to, you know what I'm saying, just to provide for yourself. You understand? And right. You ain't even finna get a slavery because of the way you talking. You understand? Right. And that's just like how when we just broke down when Christ stepped up to talk. You understand? Christ was a dark skinned man that talked masculine, stepped up to the plate. You understand? Right. And they see when you come up to a job interview, they see Christ in you right there. Right, right. That you are someone to them in the image of Christ. Right. And they're afraid of that. Right. And they don't want that around them consistently. You know what I'm saying? Right. They don't want that around them at all. Right. Black woman's angry by it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether she a lesbian or not. You know what I'm saying? The white man is afraid of it, and them two will come together against it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the thing about it is priceless. You can't put a price tag on that. Right. That's valuable. Your manhood is valuable as hell. Super, super valuable. Right. You can't sell that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right. That's something that your masculinity, you can't just sell that away just to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Right. Paying $8 an hour. You know what I'm saying? You gonna turn to a homosexual for $8 an hour. Right. Paying $50 an hour don't matter. You know what I'm saying? There's no price because your manhood is you know what I'm saying? It's super damn valuable. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best things that you got in this kingdom. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing that you got in this kingdom. Right. Right. If I could, I'm gonna read this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourned, and the gates thereof language. Judah mourned, and the gates thereof language. Where was the gates? The gates is where the elders set to chop it up. Right. You know what I'm saying? To chop it up and, talk about, good, wise things, good, wise counsel. Right. You know what I'm saying? It says the gates languish, right, boy? They are black unto the ground. You want me to read that one? If I could. Okay. Judah mourned, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. They black unto the ground. Like this is in the Bible. Black. It didn't say brown. It didn't say they was dark brown unto the ground. It didn't say that they was brown unto the ground. It said they was black unto the ground. You understand? I understand the emphasis that they putting on black. You understand? Like we say black now, and people that hate being associated with black people say I'm brown. I'm not even black. I'm brown. Right. Exactly. Right. Because you hate being black. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be disassociated with everything they got to do with black people. That's why you sit up there and say that. When the scriptures ain't doing that. Right. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures is not doing that. The scriptures say they black unto the ground. Right. But then they'll associate themselves with being black if you talk against white people. They'll come as I'm black too. And this is that didn't happen to me. Right. I was never a slave. And I'm black. I would never say then it's okay for them to be black as long as it benefits white people in some kind of way. Right. You see what I'm saying? Long as they can use it to sit down and exclude the guilty
you know what I'm saying, white slave masters, then it's good then they can be black.
Right. And I had a cousin in the world that did that same thing. Falls in the truth. I was like, I was thinking, I was saying that same stuff about blacks, so like just using slang black, saying stuff like that. And my cousin step up and say, I'm not black, I'm brown. My skin is brown. I'm not black. You understand? And he turned around, now he homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Now he turned around, now he homosexual, and I'm in the truth now. You understand? Because he wanted to disassociate himself with black people.
Right.
You understand?
Being a black man with black male strength.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now he doesn't sit there and you like that, the world is just gonna gobble you up.
Right.
You're gonna be a homo. You're gonna clip your eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start doing all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you're gonna start running around with skinny jeans on and a little bow tie, looking stupid, some high waters on, with some little bitty shoes. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like little long shoes. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be running around like that.
Right.
You know, running around with a damn mohawk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and the lesbian looking like a lesbian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're looking like a little lesbian. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You can't even halfway tell you trying to rap. Yeah, I'm listening to music. I can tell if you a lesbian or is you know what I'm saying, a young man. You understand? You a 14-year-old rapping. You know what I'm saying? You down there growing in your whole masculinity trying to look pleasant in today's time. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to look pleasant, man. Just look black. You understand? Just grow your hair out. You understand? Don't be trying to shave and get a shape up. Just grow it out. Just be rough.
Right. You know, run around. You know, you're a nigga already some skinny and brown skin with some custom dreads. You know what I'm saying? Some good tailored custom dreads. You look like a lesbian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These niggas in the fake Israelite groups like that. It's maybe the purple group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They officers look like chicks. You know what I'm saying? They look like little soft butches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's supposed to be an officer though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's supposed to be an officer.
Right.
An officer, him and the goddamn woman got the same type of goddamn parent style. You know what I'm saying? The lesbian, she all faded and shaped and lined up. The gay dude, he all faded and shaped and lined up, and your officers are faded and shaped and lined up too.
Right. Y'all go to
looking like each other.
Right.
Ain't no woman out there copying the UPK style. You know what I'm saying? Even if she tries, you're gonna see, hey, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna see what she attempted to try and do.
Right.
But you're gonna see how that ain't goddamn work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the spirit, that's how you know we're right and everybody else is wrong.
Right.
Because she can imitate everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what, whenever it's a new style come out among the men, what's the first damn thing to happen?
Right.
The woman takes it on too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Queen Latifah.
Right. You know, the woman takes that style on too and imitates it to now you can't even tell goddamn male from female. Right. You seeing what used to seem like masculinity because the dudes is running around sagging his damn pants. The woman's sagging her pants with her butt hanging out too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now they look like this merge of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Effeminate stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn. Right. And now we walk around, you can't even tell a man from a woman. And we sit over here, you got homosexuals and lesbians, and you can't tell which from which.
Right. A damn gender mesh.
Right.
It's not like that in the UPK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know a man from a goddamn woman earned the UPK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why they just hate because black it's associated with so much masculinity, everybody hates it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why everybody on the face of the earth, every other nation hate strong black men. Right. Masculinity, because black is associated with masculinity. And that's why they try to, the lighter your complexion get, the closer you get to white people, and the more feminine and homosexual you become.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they like that. They like when you become more, you try to be fitting with white people, so you become more subtle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You become a soft-speaking, well-spoken Negro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's sitting around and try to speak good English all goddamn day, and afraid to talk like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why the UPK filled up what used to be gangbangers and and criminals, and that's why the UPK filled up with them type men. Because they're the type men that had their masculinity. You understand? They just didn't know what direction to point in.
Right, exactly. These were what they call the thug men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What they call the thug men, because you got another thing too, the educated man against the thug.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're so much better.
Right.
Like they're morally better. They're not morally better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're somehow morally better than the thug when the thug sat there and watch them bend over every damn day inside that damn office just to keep that job.
Right.
He got a desk job. You know what I'm saying? He got to compete with the homosexual and the woman for the desk job.
Right.
So what's he gonna start doing? Is he gonna get more masculine?
Right. Exactly.
They are majority over him. So what is he gonna start to act like? He's gonna start to act like them, even though he's straight.
Right.
For now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For now.
Right. And that's in every instance. That's in you can pull it over by the cops. You know what I'm saying? Like you try to talk to like this well-spoken Negro, this soft would have this good grammar and try to be nice to the police. You understand? But you at the end of it, you still going to jail. No matter how you can talk to the police like you a nigga, you can try to talk to the police like you this well-spoken nigga, the Negro that went to Yale and Harvard. They try to act like that's how IUIC is. Like they try to act like they some Israelites that all went to Harvard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they some well-spoken Negroes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you still going to jail. You understand? You still get put over by the cops. It don't matter if you try to talk feminine. It don't matter if you just keep your masculinity, man.
And you know what's the funny thing about it? Because these so-called educated brothers, they'll talk against that masculine brother is talking, try and correct his grammar and try and do all this. But I'll tell you one people that they won't do that with. They won't never do that with homosexual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The homosexual, they won't do that with him.
Right.
Obviously, there's some type of relationship there.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Obviously, he don't check him because them two are in some type of unspoken agreement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't hate the way that we talk because they believe that it's the way that, nobody should talk like that. Or it's an inferior way to talk and such and such. That's not the core of it. They see the masculinity.
Right.
Because they figure your masculinity should be like compromised. It should be little masculine. Masculine-ish, you know what I'm saying? Masculine.
That should be a new movement.
Yeah, masculine-ish, you know what I'm saying? They want it to be that instead of you just being all the way one way.
Right.
Because their stuff is in the balance. You see what I'm saying? Their stuff is, they're trying to make this balancing act, which all these fake groups try and do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really straddling the fence for real.
Right.
And it's really a lukewarm spirit.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that whole spirit comes from the Christian church. You
know
what I'm saying? Just like the whole point, the whole way, if you want to be a light skin, it's come from the Christian church.
Right. Those brothers that roll with Christ, the one that he said pack the swords, and all that, like John the Baptist, ran around with the camel's hair with the girdle, and you know what I'm saying? And those dudes were hot.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Those guys were hot.
Right.
But then you have like the purple group that have the shirt, and then they have these small little bitty fringes on the bottom of their t-shirt, so so nobody can really see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they can still rap, but it's secret. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they got the line up and all of that because they want to be presentable.
Right.
Before when they go to somewhere, instead of being like the leaders of their own nation.
Right.
You don't see, the Arabs do that when they have them UN meetings and all that.
Right.
He coming down with that robe on.
Right.
They goddamn turban.
Right.
Big ass beard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They come like that.
Right.
And the world respects it.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The ones that come on with the suits and all of that, they have a measure of respect for them too, but they see a weakness.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They looking at what each other's wearing. You don't think they're not? They looking at what each other's wearing because the more that you are dressing like them, the more that they're gauging your compromisability.
Right.
That's the word. Right. Just made it up. Your compromisability.
Right.
Your ability to compromise.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what they're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when they see the Arab with the suit on, they be like, okay, that man's negotiable.
Right.
They see the one with the robe and the goddamn turban and stuff on. They like, okay, that's a little harder to deal with there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's harder to deal with right there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what you want on earth. You want that kind of respect.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You want the way that you dress and roll, people automatically know, well, I can't pull that with him.
Right.
That's good. You don't always want to have to reprove with the mouth every goddamn time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You want just the way that you roll, just to, you know what I'm saying, speak for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you might not get that job. So the hell what? You go right over there and you get that respect.
That's right.
What is a man supposed to want on the earth? A man, if the man is without respect, is a dead man walking.
Right.
He's nothing.
Right.
He's nothing out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We think, you know what I'm saying? You get the education. We made the education the top thing in the world to get.
Right.
To be educated. That's the top thing on the whole earth. Bullshit. You need that respect.
Right.
That's what you better damn get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you got so many niggas out there that's willing to die for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you disrespect a man, and that's grounds for that man in a lot of instances to kill you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a man that has some, you know what I'm saying? Even though he might be wrong in a lot of ways or whatever, but that's a man that has some type of, you know what I'm saying, manliness and that umph about him. You know what I'm saying? And it said, we're not going to be disrespected like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not going to allow my people to be disrespected like that.
Right.
Because that say, man, it was about that way by itself. You ain't going to disrespect me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the same type of man that come into the truth, and he'll take that same type of deal, say, you're not going to disrespect my nation like that.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's it right there.
And say, you're not going to extend, I got this extended family that I just found out about, which is my whole goddamn race, and you ain't going to disrespect them like that in front of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's super heavy.
That's a man that the Lord can use.
Right. Right. Because America ain't come. I ain't seen them come to apply for America. They ain't come put in applications and then try to be suitable for America with the Native American Indians. No.
Right.
They just came there trying to get respect, got respect, and then they just took the land.
Right.
Understand? And then they make everybody respect at the fact that they stole America. Now you can't even speak up about it because the white man making you respect the fact that he didn't took America.
Right.
Understand? He asking, he put in applications for you to try to like him. You understand? He demanded your respect. That's why you can sit up here and try to compromise. We'll put on some goddamn skinny jeans and try to wear tight pants and little bitty shorts. Like your woman went saying goddamn shorts.
Right.
Because you trying to look what is it? Compromise.
Right. They see, you sag and she got on some little, they see at the bottom of her ass cheeks and the top of yours. Together, y'all make a whole ass. You know what I'm saying? You and her walking down the side of the street. They sit all the top of your ass, and they sit all the bottom of hers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like two pieces of a big ass puzzle or something.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly.
That's not respect. Those things that, you know what I'm saying? That's shame. That's the shame of your people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You should have some shame. Anybody that ain't got no shame, and like we said, shameless woman should be counted as a dog.
Right.
A woman, you should have shame. She should have shame of having her behind out. You know what I'm saying? She should have shame of trying to look like a white woman. You understand?
Right.
Because
that's shameful. That's a very shameful damn thing.
Right. And they have no shame. You understand? Like they sit around trying to look like a white woman and have no shame at all.
Right.
You understand? Like they sit around, they just want to look, they want to be whores, how the bottom of they behind out. And then they want to have no shame at all. Like any person that has no shame, you gotta stay the hell away from them because they'll do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She can sleep with 10 men and then don't care because she has no shame.
Right, exactly. And convince herself that she didn't do anything wrong.
Right. Shameless.
You know what I'm saying? And that's women, black women that's up under America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And be honest with you, not only is it black women, but it's any women that mess with black men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, even the heathen women take that whole same damn thing on them. Right. They mess with black men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's certainly no safe haven in going there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To a heathen woman, because she will present a lot of the similar problems with a few extras.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, she give you the goddamn bonus pack. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. If I could, I got some another scripture. We'll go to. I'm just gonna go to John 30.
Yeah, okay, you take that.
Go to 30. Yeah, you in the you should have shame. Just like anybody that want to resemble the white man and try to like Austin Rock was saying, you see the Arab, he go in there and have meetings. He ain't trying to put on a suit. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to put on a goddamn tie. Ask his woman, do she look good? You know
right.
She straighten out his
goddamn
tie.
She straighten out his tie and everything, and like she's so proud and so happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He go on his way, and then she call on the phone, call up dude over there, you know what I'm saying, to go throw on her one time while he's out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, she making sure she suit him up nice to get that good job, that good position.
Right. 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 And when you get that good job and position, that ain't it. That ain't the end of the line. They want you got to put on you got to become a whole different person when you get a job. You understand? Especially one of them high official jobs that you done went to college for. You went your whole life, spent your whole life in college just to become all type of government officials and run for politicians. You become a black man that's trying to become a white man. You know what I'm saying? Now you trying to wear ties. People don't even see you out of nowhere. You in suits everywhere you goddamn go. You know what I'm saying? When niggas knew you in the hood, they like, that nigga Jerome, that nigga used to have no suit on. Nigga used to, you know what I'm saying? They used to have black on.
And also, for Will, you know, and it's not so well because a lot of people say, well, you know, y'all wear like, white man's camouflage. Y'all wear white man's this and that. Okay, this is the thing right here. Okay, for one thing, this ain't the white man stuff because this land was built on what? Slavery. Right? So that means that if they was to pay us back, they would owe us what?
Right.
They would owe us twice of everything.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is our stuff. But, that's a little bit beside the point, but the point that I'm making is to wear warlike clothes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That Arab man come up in there with the same goddamn thing on as they be over in Afghanistan fighting in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We come it's like, say, even if you got some African leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he show up, to the conference in, European camouflage or whatever, but they know that man is military minded.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And military mind is always the type of, now, even though that's a heathen, you know what I'm saying? He's still military minded, so they think to themselves, well, damn, there's certain stuff I'm not going to be able to pull with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the white man has to have respect, just like an animal has to have, an animal gets respect, the same way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Of what can hurt you and what repercussions, you know what I'm saying, can be, brought back from you. You know what I'm saying? What repercussions can come if I do something to you? Right. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why the white man ain't go and, and shoot that village up is because, they're allied with such and such and their leader is military minded. He'll go and call upon his allies and be like, hey, look, they're doing this. Just like they're doing down in South Africa. Right. They taking them devils and running them out of South Africa, them devil farmers and all of that. Mm-hmm. And guess who's stepping up the plate for them rebel farmers? Trump.
Damn. Damn.
For them farmers, them white farmers, rather.
Right. Damn.
Those people, now who are the South Africans aligned with? They aligned with other nations too. The white man is being pushed out of stuff. You see what I'm saying? America is specifically. He want to sit there and wear his forces stand like that by trying to send somebody over to help the damn South Africans. You know what I'm saying? Hell, the South Africans would be setting them up for a goddamn trap. Right. You know what I'm saying? America's forces want to go here, want to go there, mm-hmm. While they already accumulating so many enemies. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which was already destined to happen. People seeing it. It just hadn't unraveled yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. So with all of these enemies, and then, China and all of them want the support of Africa also, you know what I'm saying? And with them wanting the support of Africa, that makes them an ally to America automatically. Right. You see what I'm saying? It makes Africa an enemy against America also. You see what I'm saying? Right. who knows what other countries, African countries, that South Africa is aligned with, because you have to have some confidence in order to make a move like that.
Right.
You know, it's a reason why they wasn't making that move 10 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're making a bold move, like running the white people out of South Africa, because they've made some type of alliances, even though they didn't have the strength themselves. They have something that they can give to some security coming from another nation of people. Then they got their pieces in play to go ahead and start moving these devils out of South Africa.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They wasn't doing it 10 years ago because they didn't have the strength.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. The white man, he been had the strength to destroy your people. He been had the strength to cause confusion between our people.
Right.
Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. Like what we talking about, we shouldn't even have to be talking about this. Like the Arabs, I never hear an argument with the light skinned Arabs versus dark skinned Arabs.
Right.
Why they people being destroyed? You sitting up here, you got it's a war between the skin complexion of your own people. When the white man said no, he going to other countries, invading countries, trying to steal all the resources out the country. While you sitting up here, you arguing about how good your skin look. You understand?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got your woman hating you because you trying to be strong. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be black. But you got the black woman, she black as hell just like you. She sitting up there hating you.
Right.
You understand? Why that white man sitting there destroying your whole goddamn community and family and your whole household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you and on montage, he got the black woman sitting right there, helping him hate you.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She black as hell just like you, but she want to talk about how dark you is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How ugly your skin is.
Right.
How your nappy head self need to go brush your hair, son. You know what I'm saying? How your nappy self need to cut your beard, son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She sat up there and talk about you all goddamn day. While white man helping her, he sitting up, he just destroying your goddamn people.
Right. Right. And the white man will never correct her when she destroying herself.
Right.
He will never. It's not, it would be against his agenda for him to, help her out there. But you never see white men ever give black women any type of constructive advice or correction on, you know what I'm saying, to stop them from destroying themselves. You never see that.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
While everybody said, no, we all one, it's all about love. Then why ain't he loving you enough to correct you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you come out the house dressing like a goddamn whore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. I don't see the white man. You getting all that blonde weave in your hair. I don't see the white man saying, keep your hair. Keep your hair. Don't get the blonde. Your hair is beautiful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He sitting up here, he encouraged you to call yourself a goddamn queen and all the other stuff the term black women use. She said black is beautiful, she calls herself a queen, but she getting blonde hair. I don't see the white man telling her that she shouldn't get blonde hair. She just getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She just getting it. She just going to the airs, and you selling yourself so goddamn low when you do that.
Right.
Like you giving the Koreans your money, right? At the same time destroying your family, your household, and destroying your image. Right.
Macy's get the money.
Yep, Macy's get the money, but you don't get nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You tell her like I'm gonna need this. You trying to get some beer. Try to get a beer. And this I know this for a fact because I'm sitting in the house with my mother and my father. My father just asked, all he trying to do is get a beer. You understand? My mama got a goddamn problem. She don't want to buy him some beer.
Wow.
But she could take her ass, it's like she could take her behind to Macy's and take her all everywhere to go get some shoes and go buy all the little babies some clothes. You understand? But he can't get a beer. You understand? Because he don't need that. You understand? We just selling all our people. We just selling ourselves low, man.
Right.
We should sell
and
ourselves.
that man is the most valuable thing that woman got in the whole goddamn house. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's it. That's the most valuable thing that she got. Like also Robert said earlier. You know what I'm saying? What do you even got to offer the man? You know what I'm saying? Like they sit up there and talk about broke niggas. He need to get a job this, get a job that. But every time a nigga become a famous rapper and all that. Who his woman is. You understand? He got you. It's a broke black woman. You know what I'm saying? That don't bring nothing to the plate.
Right, exactly. Except for an open goddamn hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a couple of kids by another nigga.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just like R. Kelly wife was sitting up there trying to shame him, talk about him, and saying he was doing this and that. You wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly was out there making all the money. You just said, your man home, as soon as he get back, you arguing with him, you making up you making up some stuff, asking him who he with, why he smell like this. You know what I'm saying? You bring nothing to the plate, and you try to talk black man so poor, and you don't need to get with a broke nigga that ain't doing nothing.
Right.
When broke niggas get with broke women all the time.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? These sisters, you know, they just as there, and she can get a little crumb, and she swipe it down. She better than you, but then she'll be the same woman talking about. Man, as soon as black man get something, they go get them a white woman. As soon as a black man get something, they go get them a white woman. You know what I'm saying? They coming like that, you know. Right. But at the same time, why the hell should he want a broke hoe?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying, that's in the ghetto, in the projects, you know what I'm saying? Right. Why the hell should he want that? You know what I'm saying? But then you get a little piece of something, you figure you done outgrown that. Well, goddamn, maybe he figured the same way.
Right.
Exactly. You seem like you should understand.
Right.
Right.
Right. And the only reason you don't want him to get a white woman, it's not because the Lord said don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not because of that. It's because you feel like you should be the one oppressing him and arguing him.
Right. That's the reason. Right.
That's it.
Like, you're right. Like, you should be the one to take him to child support and get all that money coming from him.
Right.
And she pissed off. He ain't down with his race because he won't let her fucking
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? What type of stuff is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn.
Because he will, you know, you not the devil.
Right.
The Lord is not, you know, a lot of that could be in the Lord.
Right.
The Lord don't want you being an evil beast.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He don't want you being an evil beast and dragging some man through the goddamn mud. You know what I'm saying? You know, he lets it go on to a level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he don't let it, you know, get to the total full like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the reason, you know, you worship the goddamn white woman. Your mama worship the white woman. Right. His mama worship the white. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all were so. When he go out there and get him a damn white woman and decide he'd rather her fuck him over than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell.
Right.
That's the way you think.
Exactly.
Just like you would rather go to Macy's and let Macy's screw you over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And you talking about you don't want to give black man your money because all he gonna do is spend it in the way he gonna spend it, and then at the end of it, he gonna screw you over. Macy's sold you some jacked up shoes, and now you can't even take them back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get the black woman so goddamn confused. You don't even you get screwed over by everybody.
Right.
You get screwed over by everybody. But when it comes to the black man that try to help you and tell you how you should do it, it's a goddamn problem. Right. You will tell you, I never seen a black woman take that to Macy's. Right. I tell them that Macy's need to, I'm not spending my money with Macy's no more because Macy's keep screwing me over on every pair of shoes I get, but I hear that all the time with black women.
Right. Y'all, black women are getting beat up in the damn nail salon.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's because, like what the topic is, they hate that image.
Right.
They hate the image of Christ. Black people hating the image of Christ for real.
Right. And if I could, just like they getting beat up. Did you see that video with them black men trying to step up in front of the nail salon?
Yes. Yes.
All that. Just like Christ stepped up in front of his disciples, the black man trying to step up for the black woman like that, and then they hate that strong masculine voice, that strong masculine look.
And now the brothers is all confused.
Right.
They ain't in the truth. They start there talking about, we gotta protect our women. Mm-hmm. And then they come out there and then they see that, now they're stuck and confused. They don't know why this is happening.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, that's because they refuse to listen to the ISUPK.
Right.
That's the problem.
That's it.
You want to do something righteous, but you don't want to go to the people that you're supposed to actually be learning from.
Right.
So you learn a little bit of something.
Right.
And then you think you got it together. And you go out to make a move, and then you confound it.
Right.
The Lord confounded you right in front of them.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
The Lord confounded those brothers right in front of the black women and those Koreans and before the world.
Right. That's it.
You see what I'm saying? Because they chose not the love of the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You can't goddamn be pro-black and militant and all of that without being in the ISUPK. You can't. Right. I mean, you're going to be a shell of something. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be this watered down version of something that's only going to be destined to be just wiped the hell away and blown away and melted off into the goddamn wind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all you're going to wind up at.
Right. You want to be half and half. Like you see ISUPK, But you know,
them niggas is too much.
Right. You
Niggas
scared.
extreme.
You scared now. You know your family ain't with all that. Yeah, like them niggas too black. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas
extreme.
now they went all black, went shade. I can't be seen with that. You know what I'm saying? Now you being confounded. That's why you being confounded. You understand?
Right. Now you confounded. Now your same woman that you want to protect is coming up against you.
That's it.
Damn, that's what a point where you needed protection from her.
Right. Damn.
Now you all confounded and you're confused, scratching your head, wonder why the hell this stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? It's because you don't want to be all the way down.
Right.
You want to be half and half.
Right.
You still want to be pleasing to everybody.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You still want to be over the black woman, or not even over her, get along with the black woman and all of that, right? Without being over her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, not making anybody angry.
Right. That's right. That's it. They scared to make the white man angry.
Right.
You understand? That's why the whole time is black beautiful. Like this, to be I.S.U.P.K is to really be black. You understand? Like to be in these scriptures and break these scriptures down. That's what black people do. Not black is some translated way of the white man telling you what black is. You understand? Like you don't even understand what it is to be Judah. You understand? Like you just heard that you from the tribe of Judah, you an Israelite, and now you want to make your own protest, and now you want to go out there and make your own protest and stand up for people, and then you get confounded.
Right, get confounded.
Right.
Get confused, get made look stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have no rank, no order, no solid, no brotherhood, no none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No men following orders, neither do you follow any orders.
Right.
You know, you put on the spirit of a protester.
Right.
And that's something that you learn from white people.
Right. Right.
White people go out there and protest. Let me tell you the reason why white people protest. White people have been protesting since Greece and Rome and all of that. White people protest because they don't want to do what's right. You see what I'm saying? Protesters protest because they don't want to do what's right. They know what's right. They don't want to do it though. So when, you know, something wrong happens, now they go right out there and they instead of fixing the problem, they'll go protest. For instance, cancer, walk for AIDS, walk for cancer. They don't want to deal with the fact that, you know, black women not wanting to breastfeed and things like that. Or, you know, women not wanting to breastfeed, you know, period. Because it'd be black women merged with them white women and them breast cancer walks. You know, the Lord is using their femininity to kill them since they don't want it. You see what I'm saying? Since they don't want their femininity and they despising it, the Lord is using it to kill them. So now they run around with the lumps in their breast. But instead of trying to find out the source of that problem, what is wrong? You know, what is really wrong here? They put on a protest. And then they have collection buckets with fundings for their protest. You see what I'm saying? And donations, you can donate money for breast cancer research. You know what I'm saying? When that money don't do nothing but go in the hands of greedy people, you know what I'm saying? And the black woman, she get breast cancer. Ain't nobody, even with all the walks and everything that she's doing, nobody's gonna pay for her surgery. She gotta pay for her own goddamn surgery.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a protest spirit right there. Just like they protested during the time of the Dark Ages. They would have protests, and they would take whips and cats and nine tails and smack themselves on the back with it. You know what I'm saying? And abuse themselves, cut themselves, do stuff like that. But the hatred that they had for God's people still stayed. They protected that. You know what I'm saying? When that was the whole damn reason of why they're going through what the hell they're going through.
Right.
They didn't want to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? Instead, they rather cut themselves until the blood gush out, whip themselves on the back until the blood pours down their ass. You know what I'm saying? Damn, do all type of stuff to themselves and act like that's somehow atoning for what they did to God's people and what they continue to do to God's people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And I got another scripture if I could. Like this Sons of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Like this right here, this say I'm black but comely. Like black but comely. This is the same thing. Is our women to go around and say I'm black, but I'm beautiful. You understand? But our women don't even understand what it is to be beautiful. They think black beautiful is a black girl that got, you know what I'm saying, got some weave in her head. You understand? Or a black girl that got green contacts in her eyes. Like your eyes ain't, the Lord ain't make your eyes green for a reason. You understand? He ain't make your eyes blue for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You going around saying I'm black but beautiful. If you beautiful, then just wear your eyes brown, like how they are. You understand? Just wear your hair how it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't roll with no weave. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be black and you beautiful. You understand? Our women don't even, you don't even understand what it is to be black and beautiful. That's the whole thing. You don't understand what it is to be black and beautiful. You understand? Like you think you gotta compromise and become white. You think you gotta become something like to white women. You understand?
Right. And here's the thing, you know, when you talk about, you know, black and beautiful, this proves that they don't believe that. Because if you really believe that, like Chinese people believe that Chinese is beautiful.
Right.
And Japanese, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what do they do as a response of that? They want to get with another Japanese person.
Right.
And have Japanese children.
Right.
Because they want their people to stay beautiful. Right.
Exactly.
You know, you can't knock them for that.
Right. That's
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
You can't knock them for that. You know, if you really believe you're beautiful, you're gonna want to look. You want somebody that looks more like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying.
Right.
Somebody that you know what I'm saying. That looks. If you really believe that, just like light-skinned people believe that they're beautiful, so they want to get with another light-skinned person.
Right.
And keep, like mixed people. You have mixed people that you want to get another mixed woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's a mixed man. He want a mixed woman so they can have mixed children.
Right.
In reality, what they're really actually trying to do is keep those white genes going. That's what they're really trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're trying to keep those white genes going. You know what I'm saying? So that they can produce more people to look like that, to change, to be the image of what other blacks should want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To stomp out. They're at war. They're at war. A lot of them are at real war with dark-skinned people.
Right.
At real war. You know what I'm saying? While dark-skinned people is not at this kind of war with them, because we don't be purposely trying to get dark-skinned woman so we can produce dark-skinned children, and then charge our children, because they'll charge their children with, hey, look, you ain't gonna get with the dark dude.
Right.
You're not gonna get with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want you hooked up with somebody light-skinned like you. They tell their children that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They tell their children, you know what I'm saying, you need to get with somebody or some Hispanic, you know what I'm saying, or somebody white.
Right. And if I could,
you know what I'm saying?
The perfect example is like, just like I said, my family, I had a group of some people in my family, they had 7 light skins and they had some son, and he got with a fairly dark skinned woman. He brought her back, you know what I'm saying, back to the house, trying to have family dinner and all. The mom and dad sitting up there trying to disregard the black girl, you know what I'm saying, because she darker than him and the rest of the family. Like and then after she leave and everything, they want to sit up there and tell him like, you got to get with something else. You got to get something better than that. Like, I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? Without flat out saying that she's not light skinned. You know what I'm saying? Right. Without flat out saying it, that's what they're trying to tell him.
And people don't know they have war, and these will be physical Israelites though.
Right.
They think like this.
Right.
They are at war. So how do you counteract something like that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because image is goddamn important.
It is.
It's not just about seed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Image is very goddamn important too. And this is what gives the white man a leg up, even when the seed is Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Right.
You destroy the goddamn the image, you know what I'm saying? That's why they work on destroying the image of the black man so much.
Right.
They got that black man, and what is the dark-skinned black man, what do they want to do? They want to turn him gay.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or get him with a white woman.
Right.
To where they can eventually start to destroy his image. The seed can stay the same. They destroy every damn thing about it that makes it good, you know what I'm saying? Right,
exactly. That's like if I went around trying to push that George Washington was a black man or heir. You know what I'm saying? Benjamin Franklin was an heir. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing that look. Now every time you look at $100 bill, you see an heir. You understand? And now they just something don't mind the world custom of seeing that on $100 bills the heir in history. When white boys go back in history to learn their history in school, and they see George Washington, they see a picture of him, he like an heir. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna confuse them. You understand?
Right.
That's what the white man doing. They just trying to confuse.
Right.
That's why we in such in a war.
Right.
Like,
Right.
man, I don't like dark skins.
Right. You know, and then just think about it. You know, with the even with Colin Kaepernick with the you know
Right.
with the stance and everything that he made, if he becomes a new image of black, right?
Right.
What's that gonna do? You see what I'm saying? That'll make the dark skinned woman want to do what?
Right. Screw him.
No, not just him. A white man.
Right. Go.
To produce a Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she real dark. She say she's dark as me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she gonna want to try and produce someone in that image. All right?
Right.
Could you imagine this? Even though Bob Marley's a Caucasian himself, right?
Right.
But he was in the image of who?
Of a black man.
He was in the image of a black man, right?
Right.
Now, could you imagine that somebody that was, you know, that just some Nazi Germany white woman, right? And she's strong with the Hitler belief and pure white race and such and such.
Right.
She believes in that. You know, white. She's a white supremacist. You know, and it's some outward severe form, right?
Right.
She gets with Bob Marley. He's a Caucasian.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When she brings him, what are the people gonna think?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Right.
Imagine she's like some type of heiress or something, right?
Right.
And she props him up as her husband.
Damn. Right.
And his image becomes the new image of the Aryan nation, right?
Right.
Could you imagine that?
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And then they hate that. They hate that woman for doing that.
Right.
They hate her.
Right. They will revolt against her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They will, you know, even though he's a Caucasian, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they know he's a Caucasian. His image is that of a Negro.
Right. And if I could, I don't. That's why I don't see enough of black. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be so scared to come up against black women that sit around and love white men. Like that's what she like. That's what she like. No, you got to come up against that. Just like also Rob just saying, if a white Aryan nation white woman did that with Bob Marley, they would come up against her.
Right.
You understand? That's what we gotta separate ourselves from that. We gotta come up against black women loving white men. We can't just sit up and be like, wait, that's what she like. That's what she like.
Yeah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
You gotta disregard that, man.
Right. You know, and like you know, even the mixed children, you know what I'm saying, they have a disdain for the image of their father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we're not supposed to be weaved and leavened with them in any kind of damn way. You know what I'm saying? Even though the seed is Israelite or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they will grow up and hate the. And here's the funny thing about it too. You know, say they, you know, he had a child with this white woman, had children with the white woman. Those children grow up and they got with white people, right? 5 generations down the line, they looking through the old scrapbook. Right. You know what I'm saying? The old photo album, right? Right. And they going through and looking and they run across you. Right. What are they gonna do? They're gonna turn the page right quick. You see what I'm saying? Right. They're not gonna want. They sitting around with the family now. The family's all looking white now, and they going through, flipping through, and they run across you. Okay, that's my mom right there. Wait a minute. Who was that? Who was that? Hold on, granddad. Who was that? Right. You know, he said they're struggling with the goddamn paper. You know what I'm saying? And then they see you there and everything. Right. Well, that was he don't even want to say. Right. Right. He don't even want to say. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Damn. You are a goddamn ink spot that needs to be smudged the hell out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, you are an ink spot that needs to be smudged all the way the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's hatred. Right. That's not love. Right. That's hate. Right. Right there. That's war. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is genetic warfare, even done with inside our own goddamn race. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? We do genetic warfare against each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because the white people's genes is what's good to us. Right. Exactly. And when you have those light-skinned families that want to keep procreating other light-skinned people, they want to keep the good part of themselves, which is the white part.
Right.
That's what they're trying to keep.
Right.
But these would be the same goddamn people that try and tell you wrong for hating, for being pro-black.
Right.
You wrong for that.
Right.
When they're pro-mixed.
Right.
Well, they're actually pro-white for real.
Right.
But they can't be white. So they can be like in the club, but not quite.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
And if I could, I seen so much when I went to school, man, because it was everywhere when I went to school. Like I went to school with a lot like interracial with every goddamn race in the school, and I seen our races Israel trying to mingle with anybody. Like it was like Australia saying it was like light skin trying to mingle in to keep in with the light skin so they can make a baby to keep the good genetic of white part in them. Then I seen some Israelites trying to blend in with some Asians, like we're trying to roll with them.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Because a lot of them Israelites, you know what I'm saying, and South Americans got them Asian genes in them.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to deal with that, but it's the truth.
Right.
The black ones that's still down there are the ones that didn't mingle so much.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You just like you have, they want to hide. It's funny because everybody want to hide those.
Right.
They want to push them into a goddamn corner.
Right.
Why push you? Well, you want to think about why are they actually want to push them into a corner though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then when they pulled out of the corner and people see them,
Right.
now they're in confusion and derision and all of that, right?
Right.
And they, a lot of them hate the fact that they have black heritage.
Right.
They hate that.
Right.
And they want those black ones dead, to be honest with you. They want them dead.
Right.
They want the men killed, you know what I'm saying? The women breeded out,
Right.
and dirtied up as whores, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the way that they goddamn be thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yeah. And if I could, when I was in the world, it was a friend. His grandmother was an Israelite. And he was telling about how he was gonna go to his grandmother's house. We go over to eat. He was like, "Yeah, she Mexican, man. She Mexican, but she not just Mexican. She one of them dark skinned Mexicans. Like she dark Mexican. Like she dark. Like she almost your color." And I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying, not halfway know what we're talking about. And I come in the truth, and I see, and I realize I'm like, they supposed to be our color. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
You know what I'm saying? He's sitting up there saying that like this is a strange thing when you see my grandma. And she gonna be a dark skinned Mexican. It's not gonna be a light skin. That's how they got. They supposed to be dark skinned.
Right, exactly. Well, they love to slap the name Afro in front of every country. Afro,
Right.
this, Afro, that.
Right.
Pretty much making it like they're another race from us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But in reality, they ain't nothing but a bunch of mixed niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of Mexicans and all that ain't nothing but a bunch of mixed niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all the hell they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And another scenario, I was in school, I was in high school, and then it was some Africans and stuff. And then I started talking, and I thought one of them was African. He turned around and tell me he speak Creole. He's a Haitian. I'm like, why you trying to be with them Africans? You know what I'm saying? Everybody think you a goddamn African.
Right.
You being with them.
And
He's speaking Creole. I'm
right.
like, you Haitian.
And you know why? You know why? And that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of the Haitians and everything, think about it, we were taken from the west coast of Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you still got Levites over in places like Sierra Leone.
Right.
Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them have relatives that went back to Africa and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like each tribe got some type of goddamn nation that latch on to, just like with the Benjamites. It'd be, either African culture or the East Indies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm telling you, we was breeding with those damn people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Taking their goddamn women and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, we always had a problem where we dealt with African women a whole damn lot too. It wasn't just no damn white woman. We dealt with more African women than we did, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Any other women on the face of the goddamn planet. We dealt with more African women, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's just like that ball player, like the dude play for the Antetokounmpo, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Everybody think they call him like he an African. His mom was an African. His daddy named Charles. You know what I'm saying? His daddy was poor. His daddy, he's an Israelite, but everybody think he's a heathen because his mother is African. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now he got little African features on his face, and everybody think he's a Hamite, an African. His father is the father named Charles. You know what I'm saying? His father is an Israelite. But his father went to go mate and have sex with heathen Hamite, and now his son become a superstar basketball player, and everybody looking thinking he's a goddamn African. He not an African.
Right, just like that Japanese that one to beat Serena Williams.
Right,
Same
right,
damn
yeah,
thing.
right, yeah. The little I forget the names, and they sitting there they talking about they like what you what about your Asian side of the family and you went over there and how did you feel about coming to America? And she like first of all my father's side is Haitian, you know what I'm saying? And she saying that now they looking at her like we about to take you off goddamn TV now. You know what I'm saying? Now
That's a
you
good
look
thing.
up.
She was strong in that. I
Right.
like that. If they don't break her before long, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, get a time check, boy.
10:28.
Yeah,
I mean Salaki 6:28.
it's a good, yeah, it's a good. We need to start closing on now. Go ahead, hit the announcements, boy.
Go. We are the Israelite School, started on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York City. Rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes inside the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak. That's like he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandments. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi chapter 3, 8 through 10. Mayashra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get to the Treasury Department or teacher priest fund. Free will and offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Remind the Akim and Akwakim to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that being said, Amajim Rapun Yakadam, which means rise and face east. Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kadash,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Ayah,
Shamka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Walabaka,
Malabaka,
Naba'a,
Tabah,
Radazaka,
Ratazaka,
Hayah,
Ayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Baharataza,
Arataza,
Kawa,
Awa,
Hayah,
Ayah,
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim,
Dandanao,
Danana,
Lakam,
Lakam,
Call,
Kam,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalak now,
Wasalak now,
Kabuwapi now,
Kabawak now,
Kasalak now,
Kasalak now,
Kabuwapi now,
Kabawaki now,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Tabaya now,
Tabiyah now,
Banasai 1,
Benasai 1,
Abba,
Abba,
Hawashaya now,
Abishai now,
Mayan,
Bayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Amalakwa,
Amalaka,
Wa'ala,
Wala'ala,
Wa'atapara,
Watapa,
Larelayim,
Walayim,
Amma,
Amun,
our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name,
hallowed be thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done
thy will be done,
in earth
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us of our debts
forgive us of our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not into
and
temptation,
lead us not into
but
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
Baba Kasha,
Baruch Hashem,
Tananao,
Batanana,
Hakak,
Hakah,
Hakak,
Hakah,
Larba'ah,
Labah,
Kal Maka'ala,
Kamaka'al,
Wakal Marawa,
Wakah Marawa,
Hakak,
Hakah,
Latahar,
Latah,
Hamatazariah,
Hamatazariah,
Hakak,
Hakah,
Lahakim,
Lahakim,
Hamatim,
Amatim,
Hakak,
Hakah,
Arakawa,
Arakawah,
Hataba'ala,
Hataba'al,
Tagarasham,
Gash,
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
the Waraman.
Tawaraman,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
please give us the power
please give us the
to
power
heal
to heal
all manner of sickness
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of
the
disease,
power to cleanse the
the
leper,
power to cleanse the
the
lepers,
power to raise the
the
dead,
power to raise the
the
dead,
power against the unclean
the
spirits,
power against unclean spirits,
cast them out.
against the mountain.
In the name of
In
Yahushua,
the name of Yahushua,
thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahushua,
Wa Yahushua,
Wa Maka'ala,
Wa Maka'ala,
Wa Lahayim,
Wa Lahayim,
Matazaba
Matazaba.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Halawap
Alawap.
Hasarayayim.
Azarayayim.
Hakatazayayim.
Hakatazayayim.
Hakwati Karayim.
Hakukayayim.
Wakwati.
Wakwati.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Bashim
The
Yahushai.
water Amon.
The water Amun.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless ye Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahanna.
And the
The
Yahanna.
generals.
The general.
Captains.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Yabaraka.
Yabaraka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Washmarka.
Washmaka.
Yahar.
Yah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Kanyala.
Yahweh.
Ayaka.
Yahya.
Wayakanka.
Wakanka.
Yasha'a.
Yahya.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Kanyala.
Yahweh.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayasham.
Washam.
Laka.
Waka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Bashim Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
A gun.
The Puckett family.
Puckett family.
The Hall
The
family.
Hall family.
The Cook family.
The Cook family.
And all the story of Israel.
And all the children of Israel.
Done.
The Hardy family.
The Hart family.
The Johnson family.
Johnson
The
family.
Laurie family.
Lord
The
family.
Stokes family.
Stokes
The
family.
Barrett family.
The Marriage family.
The Black
The
family.
Black family.
And all the children of
And all
Israel.
the story of Israel.
Nah.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Bashim
The
Yahushai.
water
The
Amon.
water Amun.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Make his face shine upon thee.
Make his face shine upon
And
thee.
be gracious unto thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
And give thee
And
peace.
give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
The names of the loved ones we just named.
The name of those we just named.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In
Yahushai.
the name of Yahushai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and
The
curses
evils and curses.
and punishment, destruction,
And punishment and destruction.
and death
And death.
to the heathen
To the
that
evil.
speak against us,
Speak against
thy
us.
teachers,
Thy teachers.
the princes,
The
the
princes.
priests,
The priests.
the Israelite brothers,
The Israelite brothers.
and the school.
And the schools.
Send evils and curses
The evils and curses.
and punishment,
And
destruction,
punishment and destruction.
and death to the heathen,
And death to the heathen.
and shake loose the pockets
And shake loose the pockets
of the rich of Israel
of the rich of
that
Israel.
refuse to give to the
And
school,
refuse to get to the school.
force their riches
Force their
to
riches.
enter into thy
To
sanctuary,
enter thy sanctuary.
send evils and
The
curses,
evils and curses.
and punishment,
And
destruction,
punishment and destruction.
and death to the
And
Edomites,
death to the Edomites.
and the nations,
And the nation.
and the drug dealers,
And good.
the court system,
The court systems.
the prison
The
system,
prison systems.
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood.
all the governments of our enemies,
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek, synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church.
the Pope,
The Pope.
Islam,
Islam.
Christianity,
Christianity.
Egyptology,
Egyptology.
militia,
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads,
Skinhead.
Popsicle Batazi,
Pastor Kamatazi.
the gay
The
movement,
gay movement.
lesbian
The
movement,
lesbian movement.
spies,
Fast.
workers of witchcraft,
Witches of witchcraft.
National Space Program,
National Space Program.
Army,
Army.
Navy,
Navy.
Air Force,
Air Force.
Marines,
Marines.
Wall Street,
Wall Street.
open up the internet,
Open up the internet.
and the airways,
And the airwaves.
the cable access
The
channel,
cable access channel.
and the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the
of
spirit
any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop
and
us
bring swift death
and bring swift death
to the heathen, to all the heathen
to all the heathens
that stand in the way
to stand in the way
or try and stop us.
or trying to stop us
Broadcasting your
from
words
broadcasting your
throughout
word
the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
terrorists.
loose all the terror.
Cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth
and destroy.
and destroy.
Cause the terrorists to come against America
Cause the terrorists to come against America
and destroy them in their stronghold.
and destroy them in their stronghold.
Let America shake
Let America shake
at the hands of the terrorists.
at the hands of the terrorists.
Let Yahushua
Let Yahushua
and Michael
and Michael
and Gabriel
and Gabriel
come down with the flying
come
saucer
down with the flying
and kill
saucer
all the heathen
and kill all the
that
heathens
come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as you speak thy
Cause
word.
to be known
Cause it to be
by
known
all
that all
that it's the angels that have done
that
it.
is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be spread
through the media
through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake at thy coming.
Cause it to shake at thy coming.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua,
name of Yahushua,
thank you always.
thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
So, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yahweh, courtesy salute to the sisters. Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Yatwata, dismissed.
That's right. I'll do that one shit when we do prayer.
Right. Yeah, she should be over that, you know.